Good morning. London, 2 a.m. Apparently mini trade. I will explain the reasoning. Well, I have these drawings. Let me show you. So the reasoning for this is will overlap if anything happens. Of course, this could be the classic manipulation, and we're going up. This is just an SPS. The reason why I'm short is this. Let me show you. H4 close. Okay, I'm noticing something now that was not clear to me, but so let me remove the H1. So 4 hour closed bullish. So tendentially we should, a long term, at the end of the 4 hour candle, we should go up, possibly into this new week opening gaps. We reached 2.5. We actually breached 2.5 of this projection from the Asia session, the last manipulation before the move up. We did create a little bit of a trend line, and we breached it. We are at the origin of this zone. This is a protected level, but there is a huge SMT, even up to this. There is SMT. So NQ is taking levels that ES could not. ES has been doing lower highs and higher highs. We reached 2 a.m. We close bullish, and then there can be a simple breakdown, not just a small retracement or inversion, because it did actually complete the task of taking this level, EH4 candle. We are now weakening this origin, and we can see it in two ways with the zones. There's a lot of confluence of SNDRs, and if you look at it in a slightly different way, we could do a double tap here and then go up. I'm just checking. Yes is leaving the clear sign that at one point we'll need to go back there. Question is this just the usual SPS, like 1, 2, 3, 4? Show you. We do a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Close above here. Run. It's possible. Could even wait for this step. So the target would be, price likes to go back and retest these levels that are like very clean over important POIs. So that would be my first target, would be here. This will be the competing. So whenever this is something I was telling to some friends yesterday. We were in a call, and trend line. So whenever there's an SBS or a swing breakout sequence to continue the trend, the failure to do a continuation creates a breaker. So there's a breaker here, there's a breaker here. Every time the market structure shifts, there's a breaker. Down close candles. Let's say half of the bearish candles that make up the leg that creates the market structure shift. You know, those levels are very sensitive, and tendentially, if there's the right number of orders accumulated, and some traders need to close their positions because they were long, well, then you get a nice distinctive push to the downside. Let me remove this just for clarity. I entered, as always, very late. I already had a sense when we closed this candle, like here, when we closed bearish here, that would have been 10 points. We would already have 10 points profit. There's many ways to enter these trades, because the point is always that when the narrative is correct, the entry is not that important. Obviously, the execution of a trade is important, but when the narrative is correct, any entry model will work. This is very painful, because what it means is that you can't have a mechanical... Actually, I moved the camera. Hello. You can't have a mechanical model where you just follow a pattern in price. The pattern will only work if the narrative is correct. And when the narrative is correct, any pattern will work. that is the key insight into trading. Okay, so we did do an inversion. It does consider this level as the projection, but I will consider this. So let me remove the automated drawing and we draw it ourselves with like a better target, right? The last manipulation before the breakdown would be this. Yes, so the 4 standard deviation would be at this Asia range low, so if we're lucky. Can we turn and bolt up now, gain some confidence and reverse? Because we are also getting at the bottom of the... Well, there is a volume imbalance, maybe we touch that. There is a thing to say that I didn't notice, that's a reason for the long actually, which is the H4 candle. It is quite shallow, right? It's only 37 points. That means we have already retraced it all. That means 215 that I should come out of this trade. That's what I'm going to do actually. I'm going to reduce my risk. From a market structure point of view, I prefer to take half a loss on this because of my... So I see an area responsible for pushing below this, which is this, right? This is the last swing. Let me remove this count. Well, we can keep it if I'm wrong. This is the last up move before breaking this level. If we come above here with some strength and we body close above it, then yeah, this might be then an SPS count and we're going up. I was a little bit over eager to enter after the 2 a.m. close. The proper entry, in fact, you see price is very slow. 220, 230 around that time, and eventually even 3 a.m. Okay. The lowest breaker has been breached. I mean, you can take the whole leg, of course, but the one that gives the strongest reaction is generally the last. We took some liquidity. It's you can see it as a textbook SPS, and yes, has really good targets. So the only it's perfectly possible that we continue up. And we retraced most of the H4 candle. This was actually the oversight on my side, because I saw the body close above this level, but I thought that it was not 30 points, this whole candle. So possibly, and it makes sense to actually come up and retouch midnight before continuing. So let's do it like this. Cut this trade or resist till 222. So I can see even coming back up and touching midnight again. Yes, has quite a long way to go before taking these highs, because there is SMT. And the body close would hint that we are still going up a little bit more before, and there's a lot of price to rebalance with this crazy run down from before. You want a snappy price action? Don't enter at 2 after 2. Wait 2:30, 3. There's also, let me check the news today. No news. All right, a Wednesday with no news. Okay. I mean, this reaction on the SNDR we like. It's also at the 50% of the breaker that I drew. I always second guess myself when I see, because I see, many different ways that the SBS could work. Now we one thing we'll see is this one. Look, I'll show you. This was the last down move before moving up. So this is the flip. Now, if we close below this, obviously the trend will continue downwards. And 220. Okay, 220 to 22 starts to be a good time for clarifying early moves. Let's say the Judas swing. Judas swing is this counter trend move before the actual real move. So let's say institutional investors want to induce shorts so that they can load their positions. And where do they want to load them? Possibly here to continue long. That's one way. So overlap drawing. Overlap the drawing. No, I like that I did the without knowing it. The actual bounce back on the SNDR, I drew it. We're on schedule, earlier schedule, earlier than the schedule. Right. Okay. Okay, yes has broken down. 221. Oh, see, I told you one of my pet times is 222. I'll write it. Pet times is, look, just by looking a lot at the chart, you get to, this is 221, that's going to be 222. So a lot of times things clarify themselves at 222 or 233. 233 is the start of an ICT traditional macro. Right. All right. Yeah, so the only thing is that moves at London with no news after a huge day. Sometimes things don't move very fast until the official open of the markets, and so yeah, when you had this, I've seen this move up before, so I was a little bit worried because, as I said, so SBS is the continuation, breaker is the breakdown and retracement and reversal of a certain position. Obviously, the breaker can also happen as a continuation. In this case, it's the, let's say, the continuation of a trend downwards from the crazy run we had yesterday, downwards. That's the breakdown of this up move that we were having. Let's see where ES could start, could stop. There is a gap. Is it a gap? Let me see. Yeah. So ES has a gap much lower at Asia low. And ES is weaker than NQ. What that means is that ES might get to Asia low earlier than NQ. And you have to be careful about it because NQ doesn't need to take Asia low if ES is first. So if ES is first, it will drag NQ with it. So once ES reaches the objective, and it's the bolting down now, it might make sense for me to add always a window where you can see ES as well. Otherwise I speak about it and you don't see it. It looks like I'm only looking at this, but right now this trade is on the 1 minute. I didn't look further down. We have to keep an eye on what's happening on Well, 222, something happened. As we said, we have to see what happens at 233. Can the setup be counterfeit? Yeah, so I would say now we can move the stop to here, because this was the move that originated the short. If we close above here, if we even weak above here, then this idea has lost a little bit of value. Okay, we are at the volume imbalance. Oh, we closed the volume imbalance. So here might have some second thoughts. So we're close to the 2 standard deviation. So this level might be where we move to break even. First beam. It's not out of points, is it? Let me see. Okay. Here's 15 points. Then I opened not enough contracts. Damn it. Sad trade. What did I open? Because my stop was a little bit. I wanted to be principled and put the stop very high. We're gonna go do the technique that was, as you said, reinforced to me from a friend who was a absolutely godlike trader, and that is you never TP. You always move your stop exactly where your TP would be, and give price a chance to surprise you with a billion points runs. Are we doing a flipping at this level? Does it make sense? It's not 2 standard deviation. Yes, it's close to its origin, the origin of this move. It did take some liquidity. $29. $230. Sometimes the clarifying move is at 230, 233. And this seems a flip, even on 1 minute. Bullish flip.
Dan moet er wel even aangemeld worden. Als je denkt dat het echt niet kan, dan moet je dat zeggen.
Yeah, I realized I was talking to myself, as always happens. Yes, so as I said, if we're bearish, if it is true that the market structure has changed to be bearish, we can expect a week of this SNDR. So the trade, if we're convinced it's a short, definitely can close it now. And I was saying that you could even see a retracement to the midnight level, or even the close of this, this H4 level, because price does that. The mechanical market structure way, order flow way to see it is making sure that we do not wick above this SNDR. That's something we should keep just check. There are some origins of some zone below. There is an SNDR that already had a tap. So my idea would be we long from here. That's what I was thinking. London can be slow, and we did a flip here. I'll show you again. This CSF flip was violated, but there's a new one. Which was wicked and created a small breaker. And now we're moving up. Well, this might be a good time to see lower time frames. I want to play that game. In all honesty, do I really need to keep the trade open? Is this a high probability scenario? Nah, I don't know. This is 5 seconds, 15 seconds. All right, we have super duper annotations done for us. Was this the one I drew? This is the one I drew, right? The manual one. $236. ES is still struggling so far, though. NQ and ES are in sync. Right here. Right. This is not SMT, and it seems we flipped at around 227. We let it go. Put some music. This one I like. Do you hear it? Yes. Put a bit higher while we wait. I don't know exactly how the levels are going to come out in the. This is royalty-free music, so it's not like pretty chill for 2:38 London session trading, early morning. So we have to see how we react to this retap, right? Still in a breaker. We're reaching a certain area responsible. Yeah, we're retracing the whole candle. The 4-hour candle. This could be the shallow retracement. We tapped into the volume imbalance and go, and because both situations are actually possible, I would say if I don't like the reaction here, we just get it, huh? Let's do that. As soon as I don't like the reaction, we just get it. Okay, we're in an area where we could do a 4 and 5. Let's see what, okay, there is SMT. So there is a divergence with ES. Okay, this is the reaction that we would like to see at the 4, right? Close below here. Probably not gonna close here, obviously. Okay, yes, it's getting back in sync. Equalize. I might get this. I want to see. Absolutely not going. Well, I said we could come back up and touch midnight, but you know, high probability setups have to be clean. Otherwise, you know, there's always clean setups. Always clean setups. Okay, reaction 2. Alright, I like this. So we did create a valid high on yeah, so okay, this is what we expect. This is the bearish SPS. Inside a breaker set up short for London targeting Asia low. And ES could not breach this high. Can you hear me? Maybe the volume. entrance only. It is very, very strong. All right, we're waiting. It's 2:45. So check where we're bouncing at. Okay, so this was the SNDR, or you could take, this is the wider zone that pushed up. We're now reacting to it. We are, how would you like if we would breach this again? Would this be the 5? Yeah, again, you know, if we go above this week, I got it. I don't care. All right, done. Done, done, done. Let me do this 1 second. All right, I like it. I told you, if we were close above here. Well, we touch midnight, right? I said we could also touch midnight and reverse, but this, okay, new read, the current read is, I mean, to be very honest, absolutely fair. And my main mistake was the extension of this 4-hour candle was not clear to me, as I was just looking at it in a very, very compressed manner. I show you. So it's not an excuse, but so I was looking at this, and I saw. Let me zoom in. I was looking at this, and I saw the body close. So okay, I thought, okay, retracement, and then we move up. But this candle is only 30 points, so we did get the retracement. I was correct, but this is a body close. Body closes imply long continuation in this case. So, okay. Trading is not 100%, you know. What I want to say actually is that yes. Sorry, I got carried away. Okay. This was not a correct. All right, let's say like this. So post this. I'll post this loss, just, you know, for reference. thank you for watching. I'll see you in a bit. I will see if we get another one, catch another one. Bye. Hello. I guess I need to do some montage. So I just said I'm out. I took it out, and if I kept my stop, the trade would. So I re-entered. I re-entered because, you know, narrative first. I saw that yes, still. This is actually a complete market structure play, because the function of this was to complete and close above and continue and do a continuation, and we failed that. And we had broken this structure where we turned the market structure to bearish. It's a deep retracement to the origin of this move. Could not wick even this, and we reverted. And also, there's an element of time, to be honest. It's 3 a.m. So 3 a.m. London open often will clarify things, and for now this origin could be a continuation, because the H4 candle, last H4 candle is so shallow. It's very easy to move, for price to move, 30-point extension. Let me see. Yeah, so the whole extension of this is 40 points. It means that basically the order flow meaning of candles can be swayed with just a 40-point move, right? So that means, yeah, we can turn. Let me see, because I want to move. As I said, there was an SNDR here, right? So I want to move my stop very quickly to this point. And if your stop was stopped, if it keeps going, oh, right. If it keeps going, keeps going, and take it as a win. Look at that. That was the trade. I sweated so much. All right, we took 22 points with 12-point stop. I'm quite satisfied with this. Use the new technique. All right. Okay. Got it. Okay. I would say I will try to make a collage and attach this last bit to it, because you should not move the stop. The basic rule is you should not move the stop, or I should have just added to the position and that reaction at 3 a.m. Also, other rule, don't trade at 2:15, wait. There were much better entries earlier, and there were much better entries afterwards for my previous loss. But in this case, I'm very satisfied that I could read the order flow correctly. And as if you, let me do one last thing, which is double check how we had done this. So I did anticipate, I didn't anticipate the move to Asia low. This explains everything. Let me show you. That's the reason why we're bouncing. I said we're not going to hold the trade until, I was not looking. We're not going to hold the trade until Asia low if ES takes it. If ES takes it first. And yeah, that's the reason why we're bouncing up, because ES took it. Now, I might still continue. But all right, I think that's all for me. We might try long from this area, this double tap of the SNDR. Yeah, makes sense to me. We are at 2.5 of the projection of the manipulation leg, so we could also just revert here. But I'm happy to cut some money from the market, and talk to you soon. Ciao.